Industrial automation is entering a decisive phase and the pressure's on to modernize aging systems. At the heart of this is software, the key, if you like, to unlocking progress. We're here at the annual gathering in Davos to discuss insights and ideas with CEOs from around the world, and I'm joined by Stefan Reuther, member of the executive board at COPA-DATA, part of the innovator community at the WEF, and a software unicorn leading the revolution in industrial automation. Stefan, great to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
First, I heard COPA-DATA calls itself a rebel brand. That's an interesting proposition. Tell me a bit about that.
You know, industrial automation has long been dominated by massive automation hardware companies. It's thinking of dominance, vendor lock-ins, and proprietary systems. Think of it like the Galactic Empire in Star Wars, while we, the rebel force, we do believe in freedom of choice, less boundaries, more autonomy in the decision-making of our customers. I assume that many of our viewers are executives, and I would like to challenge their mental model. Many companies are under pressure to modernize. See, for example, the Cyber Resilience Act, or they just need to modernize their aging assets. The natural instinct would be to add more hardware. It's kind of a natural response to add more hardware, replace equipment, or add more industrial controllers. It feels safe, but hardware cycles runs in decades, while we face a time of constant change. Hardware can boost capacity, but it locks flexibility out. And that's the trap. A hardware-first strategy leaves you stuck when conditions shift again, while software-first monetization, in contrast, evolves in much shorter cycles and can boost capacity more than hardware ever could. To tackle the existing hardware-software bundles, I really see a software-defined era rises.
Well, I've heard COPA-DATA use the term software-defined era. You're an associate partner of the WEF in the Center of Advanced Manufacturing. How does that fit in with the work you do with WEF?
Companies must comply with their OT setup and their equipment to the many regulations which are out there. And there's a lot of conversations going on around digital sovereignty. And it's more or less always about IT infrastructure. Absolutely important. Also, our software Xenon runs on IT equipment. But we do connect it with the world of operational technology, the physical world, the shop floor, or the energy grid. And there are many, many constraints in this area. Software-defined automation is a rebel technology. It's a way to create OT sovereignty. It has the potential to unlock and to break up the existing vendor lock-ins, and it will empower companies to freely choose really the right technology. With software-defined automation, you're going to be free in your decision, you're going to be future-proof with your technology, ready for future changes, scalable, and if needed, virtualized. Think of it like this. Software is your brain, and it communicates through your nervous system with your body. Body is your hardware. In traditional systems, software is tied to the machine. It's tied to the body. In case you want to update or upgrade something, you need to replace parts of the machine or parts of your body. And that's expensive, slow, and honestly, very annoying. In software-defined automation, it's different. It flips that. Intelligence sits above the machine. It's no longer tied to it. And this gives you the possibility to keep your existing machine infrastructure. Usually it's well maintained anyway, But software lets you update, upgrade, upskill, adapt, or orchestrate it without ripping it out at all.
And if new hardware is added to someone's system in some way, so the software establishes itself as a legacy and then new automation and new systems come in, you can get those parts talking to each other, can you?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think that's one of the beauties, that you can integrate the retrofitted legacy equipment and you can integrate new equipment. And it doesn't matter from which vendor it is. You can add highly skilled machines, highly skilled equipment, and actually from different vendors.
So you're saying flexibility and connectivity have a big impact. Why is that so important in industrial environments?
You know, we're all coming here together in Davos. People from all around the globe, different nationalities. But English, even spoken with a charming Austrian accent, connects us. That's not the case in industrial environments. Basically, every industrial equipment speaks its own language, the language of the specific vendor. And this is where our software Xenon comes into play. It acts like a kind of universal translator, and with the help of it, we bridge the silos between the equipments and we ensure that data flows across systems. You know, the main problem of AI is garbage in, garbage out. Data quality is so crucial. Reliable and structured data is the governance for scaling automation and industrial AI applications. And you know, the value of AI is only as much as the value behind the data. Absolutely important is to know that bad data can cause false interpretations. You're getting misunderstood. And if you then take actions in a factory with industrial equipment, that becomes very risky. Actually, in the worst case, you can harm people. But connectivity is not only about translating or harmonizing data. It's also about controlling retrofitted legacy equipment. And what we see out there with our customers and the ones who want to become our customers is that far more than 90% of the equipment in use today is legacy equipment. And that is going to be a continuous problem, because the state-of-the-art equipment of today is going to be the legacy equipment of tomorrow. And this leads me to another hot topic: modular automation, or plug and produce.
Plug and produce. That sounds almost like plug and play in a computer at home. Is it that simple?
Basically, it is like this. It's like plugging in a new mouse, a new keyboard, a new printer. Nowadays, you don't have to worry anymore about installing drivers. And the same idea can work in industrial settings. We just recently had a very great example, I'll tell you. It was with one of our customers, the pharma company Johnson & Johnson. They had a machine where it took them 8 hours to do the changeover between lots. 8 hours. With the help of our software and modular automation approach, they were able to decrease this from 8 hours to 45 minutes. 8 hours to 45 minutes. In general, I would say, you can say that you can reduce production costs by 40%, and increase time to market even more by 50%. This is the beauty, because again, you can scale much faster, basically from the lab environment into the production area.
So Stefan, you say COPA-DATA is an independent company, yet you position yourselves quite confidently as the future of automation. What gives you that confidence?
In an industry filled with vendor lock-ins and imperial vibes, I do believe that we have the characteristics that matter. We are independent, vendor neutral, and we are agile. We are very close to our customers. We innovate faster. We are hands-on, we experiment, and all this is paired with decades of experience in the industrial automation industry. We really want that OT sovereignty becomes reality for manufacturers, energy companies, and their brilliant engineers. And we know the real value lies in the software layer that connects it all. Every viewer should ask now himself or herself one question. How independent and how sovereign are we in our company with our OT equipment? I can only tell you that our customers do love their new freedom, and they are now part of the Rebel Alliance.
Stefan, great to talk to you. Thanks very much.
Great speaking with you, Andrew.
COPA-DATA's approach is that companies can modernize and develop sustainability without starting from scratch. As automation continues to evolve, software will remain the force enabling smarter, cleaner, and more resilient industrial operations worldwide.